Okay, welcome to Blender everyone. So today we're making a sweet background. So we're going to go ahead and delete the default cube. Go ahead and change your render engine from Eevee to Cycles. And I'm going to go ahead and add a UV sphere for this. Right click shade smooth. We'll press G, bring this up. And we're going to make this the sweet. So we're going to go with shading. Let's go new. You'll see that we've got Principal BSDF right here. Excuse me. Material output. Let's go to add and we'll go to texture. You could really use any texture for this that you wanted. You know, you've got Gabor if you wanted to. I think we could do value into base color right here. Gabor actually might be the best one. Let's go ahead and add a color ramp into the middle. You're going to want to go with white and we'll go with a red for the sweet. So what I'm going to do, the closer these two tones are, the more contrast they'll be. So let's go ahead and just bring this white to the red right here. Let's go ahead and scale this down. So we've got that nice little stripe. And we could go ahead and mess with the orientation a little bit if you wanted to, kind of like have it more straight. You could go ahead and just mess with these settings, see what you want, see what works for you. So I kind of like the way that it's got imperfections because that kind of looks like it's just been kind of cut and stuff. So what we're going to do as well, let's go ahead and add Veroni, and we could also do a noise texture. So if we do Veroni texture, we could do this to the roughness, so color to roughness right here. So the idea of this is you're just kind of making it shiny in places and dull in others. So you can kind of have that little roughness going on. You can go ahead and change the detail if you wanted to. I would say put the detail to 2.4 just here, and maybe we could add a bump texture as well just to kind of push that a little bit. So place the bump in between, and you want to go color to height at this point right here. Actually, you know what? I could probably... Normal's are actually quite nice for this, to be honest with you. So this is how you want it. You want to go color to normal, and then that's going into your roughness. You could go ahead and place a let's see, a noise texture just at the base right here. We could go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just move the Veroni over so you guys can see what's going on, so it's not gonna look too messy. Let's go ahead and place the noise texture into the metallic. See how that looks. This looks a lot nicer. And then we can just up the noise texture just a little bit in parts. So when we render this, you've got kind of like this gumball kind of nice look to it. If we mess around with the IOR as well, we can make these a little bit faded. We can make these a little bit more pronounced. Just here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just scale up this Veroni just a little bit. For that one, we are at 122.0. So let's go to layouts real quick. I'm going to add a plane. S for scale. Let's go 7 to heaven. And essentially, what we want to do, let's go view, and we'll go to do align view, align camera to view. So we've got this. I'm going to go ahead and split the atom right here. So this is going to be our background. I'm going to go ahead and place the candy on the plane. Just about here. Okay, so when we do this, what we want to do is we want to rotate these. So let's go with Shift D. I'm going to move one just up to the side here and press G. Oops. Sorry, 1 second. I just need to see what the camera's doing. Right, okay. So I'm going to press G to move this. Let's go alpha rotate. And then maybe we could rotate this on the Z-axis and the Y-axis and stuff like that. So you've kind of got different textures going on. I would take them both. So press Shift, click them both. Let's go Shift D to duplicate them out. Let's go alpha rotate. We can rotate these around. Shift D. Let's go ahead and just rotate those. And I'm going to go ahead and just select everything that I've just made. Let's go Shift E again. And essentially you just want to go ahead and just make a whole load of candy balls. Just kind of everywhere. Just going to go ahead and rotate those again. Just ignore the T. We're going to go R for rotate and just kind of rotate them randomly. So they're not all following the same pattern. Just gonna pull those out a little bit. Okay, so when we hit render to this, we're going to have something like this. Now, you'll notice that the shadows are kind of coming outwards. This is because the light is in the middle right here. So if we take this light right here, and I press G, and I bring this upwards, go upwards, there we go. Bring this upwards, the shadows are going to be a lot shallower. If I bring this downwards, they're going to be a lot longer. So it depends on what you would like for your piece. To be honest with you, I could do this, and then I could make another light on the other side and place another tone. So if we go, if you guys can see this, go Shift D, move another light across the opposite way. So now we've kind of got this double shadow going on. And if we go to the data right here, we can actually change the tone. So we can make this more blue. You could go ahead and make the original one kind of like a red. So you get this nice kind of purple hue in between. Totally up to you what you want to do with it. This background is kind of a little bit plain, so I want to change that. Let's go to shading. Let's go new. Let's go add. And you've got many different textures that you can work with. I don't want to go with a magic texture because I think it's too much. It will take away from the sweets. But we could go with... let's see. We could go with an environment texture. We could try that one. That's an interesting one if you want a photo. But we could go with add. Let's go texture. You got brick texture if you wanted. I'm just trying to find one that's not as noisy. So, well, I say that not as noisy and I pick the noise texture. I'm meaning like not as noisy as in it's not going to take away from the detail of the sweets. So maybe we could do like a noise texture that's not too tight. So just like kind of loosey-goosey noise texture. Let's go ahead and add a color ramp. No, that's not the color ramp. Color ramp. For some reason it just went to that one. And as I said, if you bring the black close to the white, it kind of contrasts it. So, I mean, like, you could have something like that where it's kind of like a grey, kind of going into light tones and dark tones right there. That's totally up to you. But generally, that's the project in a nutshell. Yeah, if you guys liked, please subscribe and all that jazz. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for joining me. Bye.